Welcome to Colts Beer, the podcast where football fever meets cold beer. Here we talk all things Indianapolis Colts, from epic touchdowns to close games to the hottest NFL rumors. Sit back, grab your favorite beverage, and let's tackle the next quarter together. Go Colts!
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Colts Beer, episode 5. I'm Andreas, and we are sitting here this week after a week 1 win. We don't know how we can handle this, but yeah, we will try. We are not used to it. So we're going to my beer of the day. It's called Schmucker Meisterpils. It's not that close from my area than the last ones. It's like 50 kilometers from my house. Pretty traditional one. It's existing like 1780. Yeah, and I really like it. It's a big bottle, but yeah, it's good. So, and our guest of the day is Robin. Pleasure to have you, Robin. Introduce yourself.
Thanks for having me on, guys. Robin here. Sorry, Andreas, I don't have any beer at hand for the show. Like Lucas, I am a bit of do not drink teetotaler, so apologies for that. Just briefly, Colts fan since 2016, although I've followed the sport since 1985. What got me into the sport was the Chicago Bears team for that year when they used to show the chant. When first started showing the highlights in the UK on Channel 4 and got into it from there. And although it didn't start supporting the team till 2016 due to other sports, and I thought, my other teams are failing me, so I need to have a successful team. But yeah, we've been partly successful, so we've seen more wins than most of my other teams, so it's worked, although not the last few years, but I went on a bit here about it, so that's me. Thank you.
I think Christoph is frozen again.
Christoph may have
Sam, will you jump in?
I shall go. Great to have you here, Robin. Thanks for joining us. My beer of the day is Blandford Fly from the Badger Brewery down in Dorset on the south coast of the UK. So a couple of hours from me. And yeah, I mean, I'll read you what it says. The Blandford Fly patiently waits for unsuspecting prey. Something similar to maybe Daniel Jones this week, shall we say? Unsuspecting prey in Miami. So cheers to the 1-0 Colts.
Yeah, I have a beer from California. The next from Russian River from Ben from the Colts. It's an IPA. It smells like a fruity beer. It's crazy. Never drink a beer what smells like a fruit. But yeah, it's okay. A little bit like peach, I think. Interesting. Yeah, and I'm really confused about the game at the weekend. But I'm so happy because I now, Andreas, need to say sorry to one guy in the Colts company.
Wait. We can just jump into that. I'm still not ready for that.
Yes.
This is not an apologizer for. You have to give me some more of these games. So,
I will remember you every game.
He had a great game. I was not expecting that. But give me that game against the Broncos and the Rams D, and then I will truly apologize.
Yeah, I remember you the last words at Berlin. You called, if he brings us right now in the playoffs, the shame walk around the stadium. like Game of Thrones.
If we bring us to the Super Bowl, I will do the walk of shame at the Super Bowl parade in Indy.
This is no problem. We will.
Yeah, I mean, week 1 win. I'm not sure what it feels like. It's been so long. 2013,
Yeah.
Andrew Luck's second season. Just to say how long ago it was. He was in his sophomore year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a wild curse, but I'm very happy for it to have been broken now.
Yeah, just so long, and I suppose there was a chance the win was off the win there, but just to get it off our back, such a difference, and turn in the performance like we did as well. Thought everything that went right. Although, we could probably see the Dolphins' performance wasn't great, but you face who you face, who's in front of you. So, 1-0, cool.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it's not like we won it, in a typical Colts fashion, close game. It was a complete landslide. So no matter how bad the opposition was, you still put 33 points on a NFL team before they scored. So I mean, or I think it was 30 before they scored. I can't remember now. But a great win, and I think I said it a couple of weeks ago that I didn't think that a head coach needed a win more than Shane Steichen did than I could remember, and the fashion that we won in as well. I mean, he called pretty much a perfect game.
There was a confidence thing there as well. I felt, because I felt watching it, like I remember the game of the Titans just before Christmas last year when we were probably in like a similar position and we gave up a lot of points in the fourth quarter, and we're having like Lou in place now rather than Gus. You were watching it and you sort of felt, we can. You didn't think anymore you were going to concede points. You were at the stage in the game where you thought we can. I mean, I didn't think it was likely to happen, but I thought there is a chance we could get 40 here. But a great start.
It was kind of fun when we sat there, Christoph and me, together at the watch party, and when we were up, I think 70-0, we talked about like every other fan base would sit there and would sit there and celebrate the win early, and we as Colts fans were like, "Oh damn! I hope that's enough at 70-0." So we know what our Colts can do with a huge lead.
Yeah.
I think I put it on the UK Instagram. I think I waited till about 8 minutes left of the fourth quarter when we went 30-0. I think at that point I felt confident in calling it. At that point, I was like, I think we're going to win this one, guys.
Yeah. I mean, even going back to that night in Minnesota when we were in the position you win, we were in. Sorry.
Yeah.
So far in front, and you still had that thought. You know what? I'm not confident. And then we had pure collapse. And then I think it was that same season as well where we went to Dallas and what was it, 56-19? I think.
Yeah.
Again, it was collapsed. But I'm more confident this year. Let's say after Sunday, just with Lou in place, the defence more sure of themselves. So
What can make us really confident after last week with leads like that? Our defense really showed up. There was that one drive that was a bit shaky when Miami scored, but it was like garbage time. No matter. But the rest of the game, I was really impressed from our defense. That's a position group who makes me really hype for the season. What do you guys think?
I will not say so, because the secondary was good. Yeah, Benham Ward looks really great, but the linebacker corps was really bad. Zay Franklin was on some missed tackles. The reads on the play was you have two running backs. Both are running, and he was blocking the wrong. Sometimes he don't was close to gaps. So No. For me, the linebacker corps was a really big problem. The run defense, only in the line, it was okay. The line holds it, but if the running back comes behind the line, it was free. Only the safety was what stopped it. The same problem at the pass rush. So that was okay. There was some pressure, but the sacks or the big moments all on the cornerbacks, not on the line. So for me, the defense looks much better than last year, but not like a top 10 team. So that is why I say, okay, this is a good defense, but there's some to do on the linebacker corps.
You talked about linebackers. We have a new star linebacker in the team. He's called Layatu Latu.
Outside
The one
linebacker.
interception, he moved like it was perfect linebacker move he did. That was fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, he was better than Zaire Franklin's ever looked in coverage, to be honest. In that one.
Yeah, maybe JTT can start as right edge, and then Zaire Franklin can go in the bench and let him play.
Yeah, I was quite. That's a talking point. I was quite surprised to see JTT healthy scratch. I think I know that Shane said that they wanted to go heavy defensive tackle depth for this game, so maybe it'll change. But I don't know whether should we be. I mean, are we worried? Another Ballard second round defensive end that is struggling to even get in the team.
Not easy to say about him because if you read at the experts, the most say he's a great guy, but he needs time. And some guys love to pick in the second round on him. I think it was a B plus usually, so it is a good pick. And for me, this was a no-brainer on this point. You have two edges on this area, and you need a backup because you don't know what is with Ebukam. So the pick in the moment was good, but maybe this is not the development with him what we hope. But look, the most guys at the edge position needs 2 years.
Yeah. Look at after Sunday, like Christoph, I spot on with your point there regarding Franklin. I mean, I feel, his performances have dropped off probably. Last season mostly wasn't the same type of player, but one of the things that I don't know if you think it's a huge issue, but I just look at like say Buckner and Grove. They are on the wrong side of 30, and I mean where we are now. Hopefully we get to the playoffs this year and we start to have a run, but you sort of think by the time we're in a position to challenge, are we going to have to look at replacing them due to their age as well? I don't know, but touching on the corners as well, that was I thought Sunday they were responsible for the big plays, and it was just a wee bit disappointing to hear about Chaveras Ward and the concussion, because I think what is it? Is it 7 days? He's in concussion protocol, so I can't remember.
I don't think there's like a set days, but I think it's pretty difficult to clear it in 1 week. I think the only thing to say that it might clear is I think he self-reported it the next day, so it's potentially not the heaviest of concussions. But from the past couple of seasons, I think clearing it in the same week is pretty difficult.
I think it really depends on how hard it is in the beginning. How hard they think it is.
He probably still needs to practice tomorrow in a non-contact jersey for there to be any chance, I'd say.
Yeah, and they'll be checking him out every day, and just something that they're on top of more than what they've ever been. So. But that was my thoughts on, like, say, Stewart and Buckner. I think to myself, that could possibly be an issue further down the line.
Yeah, we've struggled so much in the past 2-3 seasons when we've had to go to the depth players on second down, third down if Grove or Buck need to take a breather.
Yeah.
We've had some terrible players come in for them. I think Sunday it wasn't as bad of a drop off. It was still a drop off. It always will be a drop off. You've got basically an all pro in Buckner. You could probably argue an all pro in Grove, at least a Pro Bowl caliber player. So you're always going to have a drop off. I thought Gallimore looked okay, not terrible, decent in the run. He's not really going to do a huge amount in the pass game, but I agree. I think that we need to look at that, and it may be that we've got so many defensive ends now that I think could play inside. That there could be players that could take Buck's role. You got Adebayo, Addy. I still can't pronounce his name. You got Addy, who I think could potentially play a Buckner cut in pass downs sort of role. But yeah, I think just to look at the defense as a whole, agree. I think out of the starters, I think Zaire was probably the only player that looked not great Sunday. I think the other 21 starters, I couldn't really fault it. I think Zaire had some issues in coverage. I think even early in the run game, he was getting way too far up the field. They were running in behind the lane he was leaving, so some issues there. I thought Joe Bacci wasn't terrible for a guy who I think we weren't necessarily bringing in to be a starting from week one. He didn't look too bad. But I'm just glad to see Kenny Moore blitzing again. I love watching Kenny Moore blitz, and we just seem to have disappeared. We just seem to have got rid of it on the Gus, but it's great to see that back. I mean, first time he blitzes, fumble, like just perfect.
Yeah, he did this one awesome. It was really great.
How about that? How about that rookie tight end?
Oh yeah, he's already the GOAT, isn't he?
He'll be Ring of Honor next week.
That's just exciting. Just exciting for a good lane.
I must say that was probably when the draft started. That was probably because we've not had much luck with playoffs and stuff. I was probably more nervous watching the draft order and thinking he's still there. Please stay there. And then we got down to where we picked, and he was so lucky, and what we've needed for so long for what we've had. So yeah, he is going to be something special. Yeah, he's just got it.
Yeah, I still don't understand how the Bears taking a tight end and it wasn't Tyler Warren.
I was just about to say cheers to the Chicago Bears for leaving him on the board.
Cheers to the Bears.
Yeah, you need to say the question is what kind of tight end do you need? The Bears have with Kermit a good blocking and receiving tight end, and with Loveland is a special receiving tight end. So I mean, yeah.
The rest of our offense, we have to talk a bit more about Daniel Jones. Like I said, I'm not fully ready to apologize for everything I said before. Show me some more games. But yeah, it was. I mean, 7 drives, seven times putting points on the board. It looks great on the first point, but you have to say we didn't finish 4 of them. So it was 4 times only field goals. And that's probably the biggest issue I would take with that. Can Daniel Jones really finish drives in the future against better defenses than Miami?
But how much quarterbacks usually finish more than 3 or 4 drives? I mean, sorry, he's the first player who has done it like this in 40 years. The last guy was 78. The last player for the Colts who has 100 halftime with finished drives was Peyton Manning, and it was only a halftime. So for me, it's a field goal, and it was some field goals was close to the end. So you need to say there was some flags who bring him back.
Yeah, I mean, watching it back for me, watch it back today, it wouldn't put the red zone struggles on Danny Dimes. I think I said it at the time during the game. I feel like Shane overthinks the red zone. Like, I think he called a really good game Sunday, but sometimes in the red zone he just gets a little bit too cute. I think one of the drives I think he tried to run it 3 times. I think. With JT in the red zone, sometimes I feel like his play calling gets a little bit cute. So I wouldn't necessarily put it on Danny. I think there was one throw to AP that was kind of go up and get it sort of thing that would have been a tough catch to make, but you could argue that maybe you're an elite wide receiver could have made it. But yeah, I mean, for me, he just I think, and we said it before the start of the season, I think Shane bet on his play calling abilities and how he needed a quarterback that could run the offense how he wants it to be run. Whether that can be AR in the future, let's not get into that. But the cute quarterback for it right now is Danny Dimes, and he's running pretty smoothly. I think there was the 4th down conversion to Josh Downs where he audibled out of what the play they had because he saw the blitz come in and picked up the first down. It was a pretty faultless game for Danny Dimes for me.
Yeah, that was probably definitely the type of game that he needed, because if he started making mistakes early in the game, the crowd would have got on his back. But well, I'm assuming anyway, just with the decision, because I think the majority of the crowd the support were wanting AR forward, but as a choice. And I think this weekend we'll come on to that, but I think we'll have a better idea, because, like, say, I thought the Dolphins, they probably had one of their. Will they play as bad? I don't know, but we'll just wait and see. But yeah, I thought he played well, and yeah, if he's the one going forward, then it is what it is.
Yeah. And I didn't no wild misses, really. I think there was one right at the start of the game where I don't know whether he was just throwing it away. It was a wide receiver screen, and it was probably, I don't think 3 Pittmans could have caught it still on top of each other. I think he was throwing it away.
Yeah.
But other than that, he was really accurate.
Yeah. The fact, I think, compared to what he had in New York, I think he has better weapons here. So that was, you want to see, right, okay, maybe it didn't work out for him in New York, but there was reasons for that. But yeah, it was a lot of problem on him. But again, it's like the thing again with quarterbacks, you see it with Bryce Young. You've got to give them players to succeed, and I feel sometimes GMs and coaches don't always do that. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, for me, it's Danny Dimes has the first game for us. It is the whole camp he was dealing with Anthony Richardson on the field, so he has not all often snaps with the first guys. So then it is a new playbook. It is a new offense. 1 year without a game, and maybe more 2 years without a game. He has the first time a line and weapons. So with young receivers, they need to learn the routes. He needs to train the routes, and it is usually that you not play the first game like good. So, but for these options, this was really good. So I was thinking maybe he makes 60% completions, brings maybe 2 touchdowns and an interception. This was the thinking before. So I say that was a really nice job on this field. because he's new. He looks great quarterbacks in the new teams, like Aaron Rodgers in the first game with the Jets, like Russell Wilson with the Steelers last year, or this year with the Giants. Holy shit, with the Giants, he looks like Daniel Jones. I only mean so. And Tom Brady, the first plays with the Buccaneers, he has games with 2 interceptions and only 2 touchdowns. That is not Tom Brady-like. So I think, Daniel Jones will never be a top 10 quarterback, but I think stable 10 to 15 is so a range where he can stay with our offense. And that is okay for me, for a quarterback. I don't need Lamar Jackson. Yeah, if we have him, that is nice. But you need to pay him after a couple of years. So with Daniel Jones, maybe you have a guy who says, okay, now I had the money of the Giants. I know if I get the money, I know I have an O-line. So friends, make 30 millions and I can play with you in the playoffs. And there's all open. It is for the first game. We need to check the whole season, but what I will tell is only you can start in a new offense line with a new playbook and a new coach. The game is perfect. And you saw Steichen has put him in the first half only short passes. In the second halftime, more deep passes, more change in the directions. So maybe he will grow with him. And that is, for me, really good. So I think it is a good option.
Yeah, talking about
of course, it was a great game. I'm just worried that it was just a one-hit wonder. So I really hope it's not. I'm still ready to apologize in week 5, but not today.
that's that Colts PTSD that's creeping back in. You just we don't know how to have nice things anymore. So for week 1, I'm gonna take the win. Sure, we could talk about the Dolphins. I wouldn't fancy being a Miami Dolphins fan this year, looking at what they've got. But you can only beat what's put in front of you, and we beat them comfortably.
For me, the only issue with the fans next week is a really strong defense there. So, and Daniel Jones, if he plays like that, what I thinking before the last game is maybe he can make 1 or 2 touchdowns and 1 to 2 interceptions, because it is really strong to stay in this area against Denver. And then is the problem with the fans. They're then only like the watch party. We hear that some guys there was a catch then that was too long. So but that is usually in the range, and there was a short step out from the player. Pittman was it, I think. So there was a short step out. He needs to. So, and there I think the fans maybe not open to let him grow. That is the problem. The most you see the news, all are saying, Super Bowl. Holy shit, Super Bowl is so far away. Please think maybe at the playoffs, maybe not at the Super Bowl. It is not Peyton Manning.
No, we definitely.
Peyton Manning was at the stadium and he was hanging around with the fans. It was awesome to see that. When he have been the last time at Lucas Oil during a game? I really don't know.
I think he was last.
Ring of Honor last year, Dallas Clark.
Yeah, I was going to say, Ring of Honor last year. I think he did the year before as well, right? With Tariq Glenn. I think he did Glenn as well. He does tend to come back for those, but obviously I think he lives in the Denver area, so I think that's why you see him more at Broncos games than Colts games.
Yeah, and his family is there living. So, but in Indy, he makes the most working at his hospital. Mm-hmm. What he's paying for, he makes some social stuff. So my friends are saying about him. But yes, he's more in Denver.
Hey, Christoph, what did you think of
as well.
Oh, go on, Robin. Go for it.
On you go, Sam. On you go now. Yeah.
Oh no, I was just going to ask because obviously the week before, I think one of the main worries we had before the game was the offensive line. I was going to ask Christoph what he thought because I mean they exceeded expectations for me.
Yeah, you can say, Raymond was stable. Nelson was really good. So, and Smith was really okay. The problem, Bartolini, you saw it, was okay, not too great, but you can see if he is start the game, take the ball, so then comes a blitz on him. He's staying like a statue. That's the problem. He's not fast enough to blocking in this moment. If he stays there and blocks, it's really nice with Bartolini. But after he snaps good, or he blocks good, but then it's a snap like, that is the first. And Concalves, he isn't a guard. You saw it sometimes. He is not stable on this point. He works like a tackle. There's more mobility in this game. And as a guard, you stay more strong. You more putting in a line. So, but it was okay. But Denver has a better pass rush. So we need to check it against a good team.
Yeah, I mean, I had Gonçalves down as one of the best players on Sunday. I thought he looked a lot better than I was expecting, given on preseason. You know, the issues he had with stunts. He was all over the place. He really showed out on Sunday. I mean, and
I didn't know about Gonçalves. He played in college left tackle. I didn't know that.
I think he played left and right. I think at college. I think he's played all over the line, just not set.
He was drafted as a backup for Wyman. And now he's sitting at right guard. So for that, he's doing great.
And if you look at the grades, I have it on my phone, so it's crazy. Bartolini and Concalves with the best of our O-line. So with the grades. So the problem is, the only thing what I was looking in our offense was Daniel Jones and these two guys. So the rest looks better in this moment. Maybe that's the reason. Because I only was thinking, is it good? Is it not good? But I looked at grades. Bartolini 77.6 and Concalves 76.8. Really, really nice grades. Nelson is only the same with 77.2. So Ryman and Smith was not in this range, but good with around 70 points.
I think Braden's another one that sort of dropped off a wee bit performance-wise. So, but hopefully can get back to. But obviously, these issues at the end of the last season as well. So
exactly that.
But that was the thing as well. Did you see the video from the dressing room at the end when the speech was made and Kalen spoke? I saw that yesterday morning, and I was just the high of the wind, the emotions going with it as well. I was like, whoa, good moment.
Yeah, I think, and that's a great thing about being a Colts fan as well, is that this is a family-run team. You know, it's not just a run-for-profit sort of organization. Like, you can tell that they actually care about the city, the team, the players. So it was great to see. Great that they got a game ball as well. And now they just need a Super Bowl, and there we go. Perfect.
Yeah.
Let's just win the Super Bowl. I'm fine with that.
I wanted to touch on DJ Giddens as well. I know he only came in during garbage time, basically, but thought he looked good. He looked shifty.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think we've got some decent cover for Jonathan Taylor this year as well.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised. Not from Giddens. I expect him being good. But when I realized Giddens is playing and JT is out, a few snaps later, I was still looking, and it was still Pittman, Downs, Rowan, and all the other stars out on field. It was JT was benched much earlier, not benched, rested much earlier than the other starters. That was
I think I read
kind of interesting.
Yeah, Shane said I think he picked up a slight neck injury that I think he said he would have gone back in if it was tight, it was fine.
Yeah.
He was fine to play, but there was no point risking it.
Yeah. Any possible damage injury, you just bring somebody else in. Don't risk anything.
No, exactly.
No risk on your running back one if you don't need it.
Yeah.
I mean, he is one of the most important weapons we have on our roster. So without JT, we have much more issues than without anyone else. So yeah, I'm cool with resting him so early in the game, especially on that game. Yeah, but it was kind of interesting to see that it happened so early.
So
when we talked about our O-line, we started talking about the Broncos defense. We will face them next week. So let's talk a bit about the Broncos. Yeah, I think we don't have to talk that much about the defense. I mean, it's one of the best in the league. That's really something we see where the Colts are, where the Colts offense is after that game. But the Denver offense really struggled. That surprised me a bit. Can our defense make even more pressure to the Denver offense than the other side?
Yeah, I mean, I watched the game in 40 on DAZN today, the Broncos Titans, and I was surprised. I mean, I will say it's week one, so there are a lot of teams that just aren't up to where they're going to be once they get going in the regular season, so that you have to take it a bit of a pinch of salt. But offensively, Bo Nix just looked unsettled the whole game. Just, the Titans' pass rush was pretty decent. Simmons obviously good, but he just, I don't know, he looked upset with his wide receivers. I think it was that one of the tight ends didn't sit on a route, and he's like chewing him out in the middle of the field. He just looked off. He was chewing, like, in at the refs' faces and stuff like that. It just didn't look right. So I think that we can get some pressure on him and just rattle him. Really, he didn't look mentally strong.
So really, no one expected that. I mean, Bo Nix was the most stable quarterback last year, I think, from rookies. I mean, he had I think he played 4 full college seasons. So he has a lot of experience on the center. Seeing him struggle that much, and like I said, sometimes just it looks like he wasn't there. That was really, really surprising.
Yeah, but often, so if you have a rookie who plays like a goat, in the next season he starts to think about he needs to do the same. So the pressure is much higher. Last year was all guys thinking, who's Bo Nix? He can play. They want a pressure on him. So then I was surprised at around game 10. So he's really good. Shit. So that because at start of the season was so maybe, not maybe. So and then in the season he grows. Now all are saying like there's a big quarterback. So and then is the pressure much higher. That is a problem. If all one says shit, he needs to be a top 10 quarterback.
Yeah.
I have checked out the PFF grades on the O-line and Tim. He is around 40 and the O-line around the 70s. That's crazy, the difference.
I think Sunday as well, when starting out, I think if we start well and the noisy crowd gets behind us and how he deals with that pressure as well. It's like you say, Christoph, the second season, the there's a doubt start into your performances and stuff. It's just the pressure is there because people expect it of you to maintain it, and so it's a bit like you say, it's a bigger test on Sunday. So hopefully, just Sunday past is not a one-off, and we can carry the momentum, and that could be a big thing. Let's see, putting pressure on Knicks, and I mean that could well be the difference that's needed. So, but another big game for Jones is required as well. But yeah, like I say, is he starting to feel the pressure? Did he feel the pressure on Sunday, like you said, Sam?
Mm.
And
yeah,
again, in a game that they probably, I'm not saying that we would have strolled through it, but it should have. I felt it should have been an easier win than what it was.
Yeah, on paper, definitely.
Is it kind of one of the biggest keys of the game for next week or for this week against Broncos? Bring as much pressure as you can to Bo Nix. I think, yeah, of course, protect Daniel Jones, one of them ball, all our stuff we were saying. But I think after that game one, just pressure. Give him no second to breathe.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest key of the game next week for me.
Yeah, I'd maybe play devil's advocate a little bit on that. Just watching the game Sunday, and it might have been a one-off, but it felt like if all he had was his first read, like if he only had 2.5 seconds to throw, it felt like he was pretty much comfortable in that scenario, and there were quick outs, slants, and things like that. He was pretty tight. It's when he was going to his second read, when he actually had time to think and hit a second read, it looked like he just didn't know what to do. Like the first interception, he throws up a hero ball when he's had no pressure at the point. And it's a bit like what Xavier Howard said about how we played Tua this week, where we didn't necessarily go all out pressure, all out blitz on him, because it's the same thing. He wants to get the ball out of his hand quick. And once he starts to think, he couldn't process what Lou was doing. Lou's dropping both defensive ends into coverage. He's rushing linebackers. I wouldn't mind seeing a similar-ish game plan for the Broncos, just because, Bo Nix, young quarterback, he's not going to have seen many defenses like what Lou Anarumo put out on Sunday. You're not expecting to see Quitty Pay, Liatu Latu, Ebicam in coverage. Like you're not even thinking about it. So I wouldn't mind seeing that game plan. And I think if we can stop the run, I think the Titans did that pretty well against the Broncos. They couldn't get the ball. They couldn't get the rush game going at all till the fourth quarter. We stop the run, then I think we make Bo Nix have to play hero ball, and I don't think that's his game.
Yeah, it's like put the pressure on. Just put the pressure on every opportunity.
Yeah, that's interesting tactic too. Just don't pressure him too much. Give him pressure, but give him time to make mistakes. Yeah. Think about
it. Pressure in his mind, thinking like give him something to think about rather than just like defensive end. Like they're going all out blitz. I know I've got to hit the wide receiver on his quick slant. Like make him actually think about what's happening. And I think that we'll see him make the same sort of mental mistakes that Tua made. But,
can our O-line, well, especially can Daniel Jones can handle the Broncos backfield? Yeah. I think he did pretty accurate passes on Sunday, so there's not that many concerns about that. But yeah, I mean, we played one of the worst backfields in the NFL last week, and going to one of the best backfields in the NFL this week. How do you feel?
Yeah, I think for me, obviously, the Dolphins on paper, and I think the defensive line actually played pretty well. Bradley Chubb looked good against us. I think the difference with the Broncos, like you just said, Andreas, is that the Dolphins have no secondary, whereas the Broncos is maybe the best secondary in the NFL. Like it is. definitely they've got you covered on all ends. I think Satane, I think they only got targeted once, I think, on Sunday.
You don't want to target.
Yeah, one target, no reception, right? So Daniel Jones is definitely going to have more work to do. I will say, obviously, we've got better weapons than the Titans have on offense. Calvin Ridley, I mean, watching the game, Calvin Ridley dropped 3 big plays on Sunday against the Broncos. There were plays there to be had. He just dropped. So that's probably a cautionary tale for us. You're going to have to make your catches, which we've had some issues with in the past. But I feel quite, if we can. I think Rahman's got his hands full with Benito. I mean, he was just absolutely all over the Titans. Just right, how quick he was in the backfield. It starts for me up front. If the offensive line holds, I think we've got a good chance. But that is a fairly big if.
Yeah, it's from all the likes of the last on Sunday the win. This will give us a better idea of where we're likely to be against better opposition, and hopefully we get the win. But yeah, this is a test.
Yeah, I mean, on barely every Colts fans preseason schedule, everybody put a loss on the Broncos game in week 2. So usually we shouldn't have much pressure there. But after that game on Sunday, a dominant win. After a dominant win, you always have pressure to win the next one, of course. Yeah, that's kind of weird. If we would have won against the Dolphins with 6 points and just a regular game, everybody wouldn't be stressed out for the Broncos game. But right now, we're really in that position to say, okay, we could win that and go 2-0 into the season. We haven't done that. Of course, we haven't won the first one for a long time. But even the third and fourth one in a row, yeah, that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I mean, I had Broncos as a loss before the season started. I am going to flip my prediction. I feel I won't go as far as confident, but it's, and I don't know whether it's how well we played or how, shall we say, average the Broncos looked. It's definitely given me some more confidence. I think, yeah, if we can stop their pass rush, I'd give us a really good shot at winning that game.
I'm the same. I had it down as one we lose, but after Sunday, I'm kind of hoping, yeah, we've got a chance. I feel more confident after Sunday than what I did when I was looking at the schedule before the season started, and yeah, more confidence now. But we're going to be at the top of our game to win. So.
What worries, kind of worries, it's the wrong word, but if we beat the Broncos, we beat the projected division winner of probably the best division in football, actually. So what's going to be next? What the expectations after you beat a team like them? You guys know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think if you beat the Broncos, we go to Tennessee week 3. You win that, you're 3-0 heading to the Rams.
Yeah,
you're starting to get talked about by
the
media. I think I read the power rankings on NFL today. I think they moved us from 28th to 24th. They basically swapped us and the Dolphins round. They had the Dolphins in 24th. We won.
Yeah, if we get in a position if we're 2-0 after Sunday, and then you see we go to Tennessee next. I mean, I had us 2-2 for the month of September, but you've got to think, yeah, we can go to Tennessee and win, and then we've got the Rams the week after, and if we're 4-0 by then, it's like, yeah, I think there'll be a lot of us getting carried away, rightfully so.
What do you think about Sunday, Christoph?
close game, really close game. And it's not easy to say any about it because the D of them really good. And if Bonix can bring his old stability of the last year, then it is a win for Denver. So because we haven't linebacker, so and that is a big issue for us. You have a big honey hole you can throw there, and the ball is there. Or Latu is there to pick it, maybe. So yeah, it's close. I think we can win this game. Like last year, we was close to it without Taylor move. So yeah, the win is possible, but I stay with my prediction. It is a small loss.
Talking about Taylor, I mean, I'm more hard on that on most of us because I was there. I was inside the stadium. I was celebrating in the middle of all these Broncos fans, and then came the replay. Fuck. Is Taylor extra hyped for that game? What we will see from Jonathan Taylor on Sunday at home against that Broncos? I mean, he knows that this drop probably cost the Colts the playoffs. Yeah. What do we go and expect to see from Jonathan Taylor?
You saw the games after his drop. So last year he has some games with 200 yards and 150 yards. So he was crazy. And I think next Sunday is possible he makes 150 plus. If the O-line can stay.
We'll change station, give it to him. Just, okay, JT, you have to
if Shane
do something. just give JT the ball. He will handle it today.
If Shane see with the first 2-3 runs, he goes and like a knife into the butter, then he will bring him the whole time. So if you see, they're ready for you. So then it's Daniel Jones want to play. I think that is. But if you see he's on running, give him the ball. Free like the. Run the damn ball. Maybe a question is, Andreas, you have the cards with you from the watch party, huh? The cards of the watch party with the questions.
Yeah, I got them, yeah.
Yeah, because for Mika, we need to ask Sam 2 questions of it.
Yeah. I just give me a second.
For you guys, for the RTL, that is the TV in Germany for football, one of the moderators is hoping to ask Sam some questions.
You won't see me typing away here. It'll be like a delay before the answer comes in.
Yes.
And usually the problem was there was a short moment in the second quiz, but the problem was there was the Ring of Honor moment of we was quiet. That is why we not can call you in the halftime.
Gotcha.
Just give me. So
maybe
you want one of the estimation questions or one of the hard questions?
Hard questions. He's a pro. Ask the color. Ask the color.
The color was crazy, Yeah, like this one. You could know that one. How many Colts players were introduced into the Pro Football Hall of Fame so far? Only in the Indianapolis era.
Indianapolis.
How many Indianapolis Colts were introduced into the Hall of Fame?
I'm going to say 6.
What is that?
Robin, you want to try?
I would say I'm going to go 8,
What did Sam say?
6.
Sam said 6.
8 is correct.
8. Nice.
Okay, now we know Robin is the pro.
Yeah, Robin's the pro. Yeah.
And the other one, well, one of the other hardcore questions. Who was the last cornerback the Colts selected in the draft in the first round? Who was the last first round cornerback for the Colts?
Can't even think of one.
No, because was Kenny not second or third? I think he was. Was he not third?
Kenny, we didn't even select him. He was a Patriot.
Yeah,
I can give you a huge hint. He made a really famous interception.
So I was thinking Marlon Jackson, but I was like, I'm not sure whether he's a first rounder.
Yeah, it was 2005, first round selection, Marlon Jackson. Yeah.
Marlon Jackson's got it.
Yeah, the question before that question was against which team the Colts won the championship game in the Super Bowl year.
So they buried the lead with the first question.
And having these two questions right behind each other was fun.
Yeah.
And you can ask Andreas a good question. He loves this question now. When has the Colts won the last Super Bowl?
Oh yeah, it was so stupid.
Season.
I was just switching years 6 and 7 and 5 and season 5, Super Bowl 6. Yeah.
So it was a little bit funny.
This was kind of
2006
for me.
Season, right?
I put it a year too early.
Yeah, this day was funny with him because there was another question with the old Confederate who was. So Andreas, the whole time, every year he told me the Colts won the AFC East more than the Jets. The whole time he called me this, and then the question is coming, and he south and west, or
North and south like that.
so wrong. Then the nicest one is 3 meters behind Andreas was a big Lucas Oil picture, and you can read it. So it was a little bit funny because he's the only guy I know with the AFC East.
Yeah.
Yeah. So guys, we had a great week, a great weekend. It was a great win against Dolphins. I think we all agree we can beat Denver, but yeah, it's pretty hard. It's a pretty close one. I hope we will sit here next week, being one step closer to apologize to Daniel Jones. So, yeah, I think let's wrap it up for today. Thanks everybody for watching. See you next week back at Colts Beer with the new beers. Bye.
Cheers, guys. Cheers, Robin.
Cheers, thank you.
2-0.